Richard.
Richard
from
is
Honolulu, Hawaii.
from Honolulu,
and my
Hawaii.
family came from Scotland.
Oh. Hi everyone, and welcome to our first little walk around UBUD. I'm just outside a little temple here. Look at these lovely little statues. Now I can't go in because I'm not dressed appropriately. You should be wearing, ladies, your shoulders should be covered, wearing a sarong down to your ankles, and you take your shoes off. Today I've got my shorts on, so I can't go in there, but look at these lovely statues either side. The temple is in here. We are just maybe 50 yards from the high street. Oh, excuse me. Hello. So we're 50 yards from UBUD High Street. There are many of these little roads, these little estuaries as I call them, running off from the high street, and up these roads there are many hundreds of little guest houses. I mean literally, possibly even thousands of little guest houses. Now at first some of the guest houses might not be apparent, but if you just look, this one here, this is Loris Homestay. I've looked online, it's got good reputation. We're not staying there, but they are up every little alleyway. Now at the beginning of this street, and in fact on the high street itself, there's a lot of westernized food. If you want really good local food, you've got to come up these roads, and you've got to get further away from the main street. There are lots of motorcycle rental places here, loads of them, so you can again, the further away you get from the high street, the prices maybe get better, but actually we rented a motorbike from a guy just down here, and the prices were good. We're paying around about, for a week, we paid around about $4 Australian, that's about $3 US a day. So this is where I rented my motorbike from. Maddie's great, lovely guy. There are several on this road. We're really close to the junction now. What is the name, Jalan?
Sriwadari.
Sriwadari.
Yeah, name of the street.
So the name of the street is Sriwadari, and it's getting a bit bedlam, but Maddie's a really nice guy. There's also UBUD Scooter Rentals a little bit further up. They have a decent reputation. We had no problems with him. He seems to be quite genuine. There he is.
He's hiding.
There's Maddie. How are you, brother?
Good, good, good.
Can I film you?
Renting bike, many things, tourist service. Yeah, good price.
Maddie is very good, despite the thumbnail.
Bye bye.
I can use that. Go.
Bye bye. See you again.
So I could use that as a thumbnail for the video, right? It's a big thumbnail. Now, just on the corner of this street, there is a gluten-free cafe. This place is fantastic. It's got all the gluten-free food. The prices are geared more towards the Western, but they're still not expensive. What you are going to notice at the beginning of most of these streets is a list. Now just here, you can see welcome to Sriwadari Street. These are all guest house. All of these little signs here are different guest houses that you can stay on this street. Many of the streets, just before they start, you're going to see a sign telling you all the names of the different guest houses. Here we are. This is Central UBUD. Now it's quiet, and I've come at midday. Crazy, really. I shouldn't come out. It's too hot. We're in the rainy season now, so we might get storms later on. Look at that old car. So we might get a storm later this afternoon, so I thought I'd come out before the storms come. It is hot, so we'll have a little bit less touristic traffic on the streets, which hopefully will make it easier. But if you imagine, in about 4 hours' time, tripling the population on the street, it will happen.
I'm a guest of the king, and I have a beautiful wife, 35 years old.
I'm pretty much surrounded by restaurants selling desserts or main meals. You're going to pay on this street, you're going to pay anywhere from about 10 Australian dollars a dish, which is about 7 US, and it can go up quite a bit higher than that. If you want to get really good local food, you have to look for places called warung, W-A-R-U-N-G, I think I've spelled that right, and you'll often find those down these smaller streets. So you need to get away from the main street, and there you can find food from as little as $1. Really good food for as little as $1 Australian dollar, which is about 70 cents.
Still strong, I use Viagra.
Yeah, Viagra. It'll keep you young. There's ladies, hawkers all along the streets selling all sorts of bits, fans, guys selling taxis. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Salamat pagi. Is it morning? Salamat pagi?
Yes,
No.
still morning.
Still morning.
Yeah. Before 12.
Before 12. So it's before 12 o'clock. So we're still saying Salamat pagi, which is good morning. There are a lot of these sort of coaches and bigger coaches. It gets crazy. We're going to walk you down to where the palace is, the royal palace. Now, for some reason, there are these stores. They're called Fippa. Oh, sorry. They're called Fippa.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
So many Fippa stores here, right?
Yes, we have.
Many. All selling just thongs or flip-flops. Onwards. Hundreds of these little tourist service centres. They do money changing. Oh, now we've got a guy coming into park. How am I going to get through there? Are we good? Step through. Sorry. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see the taxi touts. Cheap taxi transport service. Another one, motorbike. You'll never see locals eating here, but I'll give you an example of what the restaurants are offering here. Let's get to their menu and have a little look. So nasi campur is 105 here. It's very pretty looking. The nasi campur in the local warung will probably cost you around about 10 to 20. So 105, it's what is that? 10 times or 5 times the price. It'll be a little more fancy, but it probably won't taste any better. I don't want to get into trouble out here, but it won't taste any better. The local warung, if you trust me, the food is fresh, it's delicious, the portions are good. I highly recommend them. But this is nice. Come here, pay around about, it's only 10 Australian, that's about 7 US, so it's still cheap by Western standards, and you can sit and enjoy a much more sort of clinical version of a nasi campur. And along here, in the evening time, you've got the bars. People come and sit, have a bintang, just watch the world go by. You're going to pay around about 35 to perhaps, oh, hello. The ladies there, see, watching the world go by. Have a bintang beer, you're going to pay about 35 to 40, which is pretty much the normal price. I don't think it gets a lot cheaper in the smaller places.
It's not easy to walk side by side in the street, is it?
Yeah, you can't walk. Michelle and I quite like to walk down places side by side. We've tried, it's just impossible anywhere in UBUD Centre, even up the small roads, it's just impossible, there's too much traffic. Selamat pagi, good morning.
Selamat pagi, good morning.
How are you? Good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Very good.
Thank you.
So hot.
Hot da, too earlier. Mad Dog's an Englishman. So this is a rather regal looking car park. For the entrance, we've got a Jeep inside. Sorry, private parking. Now look, here is the entrance. Is this the Royal Palace?
I think so.
So it's obviously not the main entrance. So I'm guessing the entrance is not on the main road. Must be just round the corner. Just go and have a look. See if they're charging to go in. Might as well. So here we are. Here is the Royal Palace entrance. Some dancing. So far, no charge. So no, you can just come in. I don't know why, I just expected that you might have to pay. So there's a lot of people in here taking sort of posed photographs. These doors, as beautiful and palatial as they look, they have very similar doors on regular houses, just going into people's homes. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going further into the inner sanctum. It's getting quieter. And there are loads of beautiful, please do not step up. Okay, I didn't intend to do a walk around the palace grounds. But anyway, we're here. Might as well. So this is very central to UBUD. What I'm going to do next is take you down one of the little popular roads which have a lot of nice cafes and attractions and things. But for the moment, take a look in here, look. Everybody is... excuse me. Excuse me. Hello guys. Selamat pagi. Siang is already, yeah? Okay, I don't have a watch, forgive me. So Selamat siang, it's later, it's past 12 o'clock. The guys are having their lunch. Good, good. Nasi campur? No. Nasi Bali?
Yeah, right.
Nasi Bali. So they're having a local rice with some meat. Cool, thank you guys. Yeah.
I'll see you when I watch Melbourne, Australian tennis.
You will, you will. See you in my dreams.
You've got so many great champions.
Man, I could talk to Richard all day till Christmas. What a lovely guy. So this is my favorite warung. And this is the chef. What's your name?
Wiwit.
Wiwi.
Wiwit.
Wiwin. Wiwin?
Wiwit.
Wiwit.
Yeah.
Wiwit. So this is Wiwit, and he's cooking. He's doing the fish for me, so it's the salt fish.